Yo, what up, fam? It's been a while. It's getting warmer in Chicago. You know what that means? That means projects start once again. Y'all are not gonna guess what's in here. Well, if you follow me on Instagram, you know what's in there. You know what is in there. I got some goodies from Thailand. Ooh, that is looking nice. Pretty sick. Low-key, I kind of forgot how to film, man. It's been so long that I don't even know what to do or say anymore. Like project-wise, I don't even know where I left off. I gotta get my brain back into video making mode. The axle that I sent to get sandblasted is starting to rust, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. I got a bunch of weather strips from Thailand. I spent like $1,000 on all of this, and now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of pricey. But for weather strips, I know that all weather strips are expensive, so I think it's a decent deal. But still, it's a pricey build. One thing I will say is that if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that I did get a Koyo radiator. I mounted that up. It fits well. Everything's good. But I did take it off for the winter. So it's inside my bedroom. I'm not going to show it. But if you follow me on Instagram, you can check it out. I posted a couple videos of how it looks. And honestly, it looks pretty sick. It looks awesome. All right, we back in action. So I waited so long that even the rotors have started to rust. Look at that right there. What is going on? Check out the axle. So I gotta get all that cleaned up. Just got my bearing puller set from Harbor Freight, and let's try to get this bearings out of the old third member, which I have somewhere back there. So yeah, let's try to get those out. And I don't have a press, so I might have to leave that for another day to get that pressed in. But let me put some gloves on so I don't get dirty. So two things. One, I need to get this bearing and the bottom one out of there. Two, I need to remove that bearing because there's a little washer at the bottom that I need to reuse for the new pinion. I'm gonna cut the bearings out of the old third member, and then I'm gonna try to push the new bearings in. I don't have a hydraulic press, so I'm gonna try to do it with what I have. Just gonna use this rotary tool, cut down the bearing somewhat, not completely, and then just hammer it in with a little tool, a little metal. I don't know what it's called, but with this, so go right in the crack, hit it with a hammer, and that should pop out. And I'll do the same on this side. All right, fam, we did some good stuff, we did some bad stuff. I took off all the bearings. I had to, like I said, grind them out, drill them out. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is I got the bearings out of all these parts. Bad news, I nicked some of the parts on this. I don't think is a big issue, but it's unfortunate. I rather would have had this look good. On this, I didn't really care. You can see those are pretty deep. The only thing that mattered for this one was getting this little spacer right here. This spacer is gonna go on the new pinion at the bottom, so I made sure to carefully take this one out. So next steps, I guess just press the new bearings in here, throw this out, and put some new clutch packs. So of course my dad loves to come in the garage, look at what I'm doing, and if I have something that's half done, he just goes ahead and completes it. And while I was not home yesterday, he put in the washers, not the washers, the whatever this is called. But Oh, I see something there. What did you do? What did you do, Dad? But man, this looks pretty clean too. I think he must have cleaned it up. I see some WD-40 here, so maybe he cleaned it up a little bit. I got something cool. Can you guys guess what it is just by this? I think some of you guys may know. Let me give you another hint. Yep. Another group of you probably already know now, but I ended up getting a whole new AE86 fast ratio steering rack from Excessive Manufacturing. As some of you may know, if you follow me on my Instagram, I was having some clearance issues at the beginning when I was just starting to work on my car, and that resulted into me using the AW11 and adding an additional spacer into my engine mount, which let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. This sort of base goes under the motor mount, and it essentially what my issue was, I was having a lot of clearance issues with the rack and the bottom sump, so I ended up getting a larger base from Excessive Manufacturing, but that turned out to give me some problems. The trans was like touching the trans tunnel really bad, and I didn't want that, so I ended up just ordering another set of bases that should be a little bit lower than what I have here. These are the ones that are supposed to come with those engine mounts. The ones that I have on the car now that are a little bit higher, a little bit taller, those are for RX-7. I don't know specifically which RX-7 model, but these are the ones that I'm supposed to use. So I'm gonna put these on, and I'm gonna mount the steering rack. I'm gonna test fitment on steering, because that's the most important thing right now. I've been having a lot of issues. I ended up buying a double U-joint because my angle was just pretty bad. As you may know, the little shaft thing that pops up from the steering rack there on the AW11 is a lot larger. I think about ½ an inch longer. So just that ½ inch was causing some problems with me getting fitment here. And there's another guy that I was talking to. His name's Everett. He's from Canada, and he got all the correct parts, the correct base, the correct AE86 steering rack, and basically everything that I was supposed to get at the beginning, and he made it work. So my issue was that I did not grind the engine or the bottom sump enough. I was too scared that I was gonna mess up the pump, the dry sump. Excuse me, I just ate something like burping. But I was too scared to do that. So I actually, a couple days ago, went ahead and grinded up a little bit more. So let's try to fit all of that together and see how it looks. I'm annoyed. I still need to figure out this whole steering situation. So I think, like I mentioned earlier, I'm just gonna use that double U-joint. I'm gonna put a bracket on there, and I'm gonna use this U-joint support to help that and get this steering over with. That's the only thing that's holding me back. I just need to get that steering to work. Literally, that's the only thing. And then obviously for it to get warmer so I can paint the axle and then rebuild it, not rebuild it, put everything back together. Clutch packs, I can get that done later this week. Mount the axle back up and move the car forward and backward, and actually start, take it off jack stands. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know if I'm gonna end this video short or if I should keep recording, doing some other work. I don't know what other work to do, honestly, because the weather doesn't permit. Yeah, I don't know. But if this is the end of the video, well, at least you guys have an update of what I've been doing. Progress on the car, not much, because Chicago, winter, Midwest, cold, you know. So that's pretty much it for now, I guess, this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm still alive, still working on this project, little by little. Catch you on the next one then. Deuces. Deuces. Deuces.